Hey James, I'm VBFL920, otherwise known as John. So nice to meet you. I just want to respond to your video post. Two questions posed to Christians, and as you probably know, I'm the guy who left all those comments. I got a little room freed up on my hard drive, so I can give you a video response, which is probably a lot smarter. Anyways, I just want to say I feel a little more comfortable responding to this post. I'll admit I don't have a really, really good grasp on some of the subject matter you guys talk about. I've read here and there, and I probably wouldn't be much of a debate. You guys would probably chew me up and spit me out. Anyways, I can respond to this. I think this is just a matter of opinion and reflection. Question number one was, what would it take for me as a Christian to revise my position in my belief in God? I would say the biggest thing that I could think of off the top of my head would be if I didn't experience God in any way, shape, or form in my life. If I didn't have answered prayer, if I didn't have any kind of presence, encouragement, anything like that, I think that would make me revise my position. Um, I know, I know you yourself are you're pretty you're into the facts and scientific facts, philosophical facts. Those things are important. So far, what I've read, even on the opposing view, I haven't seen anything that compelling to make me lose my faith. There's a lot of puzzles out there, but nothing really that would just shatter me. I think there's still a good enough case to warrant trust in God. And so, without going into a rabbit trail with that, I would say the biggest thing is if I didn't experience God in any way, shape, or form in my life, that to me is the biggest thing. I can deal with puzzles. I can deal with not knowing everything I need to know. But I think where the rubber hits the road is: do you actually experience God? Does God communicate with you? Is there anything else pushing back? So that would be with me. I know you guys probably think I'm loony for saying I experience God, but it's the truth. I mean, I base my life around that. I'll admit. Second question was, if God didn't exist, what about God would make us? What about God do we find desirable? And I would say the biggest thing I find desirable about God is, when you take a look at reality, there's a lot of bad. I'd say there's probably more bad than there is good, even in our society. You look around, and I would say mostly with people, even good old Americans. I mean, people are always screwing each other. People that are supposedly your friends are always just doing stuff behind your back. I mean, you can't even count on the supposed good people, in the world. Um, all the destruction in nature, this and that. There's just so many bad things that can bring you down. And the biggest thing I'd find desirable about God is, behind it all, there is somebody who really cares. There is a purpose behind all this. This isn't all for nothing. You know, that I think was off the top of my head. I think that is what I find most desirable about God. And and on a side note, just by watching some of Veritas's videos, I tend to agree with him. If the world is as a lot of atheists suppose, if this is pretty much all there is, this is the best that we're gonna get. This is the best there is, amongst the relationships with other human beings, and what's going to happen in cosmology, the sun dying out. I really think things are bleak. I don't know how you can avoid that. And, I was watching the video about Professor MTH coming to the gate of unyielding despair, but going on. Just because you go on doesn't mean that that gate isn't there anymore. I really don't know how you can deal with that. I mean, if I'd see it, I'd call it as it is. If the universe is futile, nothing, no matter what you do, no matter how much meaning you try to put in it, it's not going to change that. And you can probably see all these crazy pictures I have on the back of, on the wall behind me. Those are my kids' drawings and stuff. And I plan a future for them. I didn't have my kids. I don't raise my kids for no reason. If I couldn't even do my job if everything was futile. It'd just be a joke. I couldn't. There would be no reason for it. And I'm the type of person. Anytime I engage in a venture, there's got to be an attainable goal to it. Otherwise, I'm not going to waste my time. I don't waste my time over futility. Even if I'm looking at something, a possible venture again. If something seems sketchy, I won't engage in it. So I mean, now stepping back, my type of personality, and I look at the whole universe, the end that we're going to meet, and I see it's futile. I mean, there's nothing, there's no intellectual remedy for that, at least in my mind. So I think if I did go on, it would be an apparent defiance of that, which is, I don't know. It just doesn't. I don't think it would put a lot of spirit into me. So, anyways, I just wanted to respond to your video, and I really enjoy your work. I do, even though sometimes I disagree with you, but I think you're a thought out individual, and I appreciate your courtesy. And actually, I'm actually curious too. You stated that you used to be a believer. Now you said a fundamentalist. I'm just kind of curious of your past. If maybe you can elaborate on that in a future video or whatnot, that'd be awesome. So, all right, thank you.